We are now going live to Maniac Manor, where Alan Martin is with Jimmy Jim Naps. Alan, we saw an inspired comeback in that second half, but just wasn't enough to get the points. In the end, Michael Ballack's goal has sealed victory for your opponents. That's your second 3-2 loss in 2 games. What's been happening in the last couple of weeks, Alan?
Well, to say I'm bitterly disappointed is a bit of an understatement. As you said, we had a good fight back to get into the game, which I thought deserved to maybe get something out of it. But to be honest with you, I don't think we should have ever been in the situation where we were 2 goals down again.
Yeah.
The defending just didn't really work today, and they made it too easy for them to score. I thought there was a few tussles in the park that we should have won, a few 50-50s that just weren't going our way, but what can you do?
That's, as you say, 2 weeks in a row. We've seen your team a slow start, but you know your team is probably, you could arguably say, the better of the 2 sides for much of that second half. What do you think you could do differently? Is there anything, you aware of anything, Alan, the reason as to why the last 2 games have been slow starts? Is it the pressure at this time of the season, do you think?
I'd like to hope it's not exactly the pressure. I mean, well, it is getting on towards the end of the season and tiredness does come into account. We're obviously still in the European competition as well, which takes a bit of the attention away from the league. You know, it looks to be our most realistic chance of silverware this season, and don't get me wrong, I am going to try my hardest to win that final, but it's I don't think it should ever really affect our league performances.
Yeah.
The week in, week out fans that come to see us, season ticket holders, deserve more. They deserve more from the players for their performance, and to come and only see them play what essentially is half a game of football.
Yeah.
Because as you said, the second half was excellent. The first half just weren't there.
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well have just still been on the team bus, you know. I think the fans deserve more. The club deserves more. As to why that's happening, I can't say for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a sort. I think it's just kind of like the end of the season blues. I suppose with all those tired legs out there as well.
You sound bitterly disappointed with your team's performance the last couple of weeks. You'll play Mould, of course, who are 4 points ahead of you. I'm sure you've heard they drew with the Dens Club today, 1 each. Do you really believe you can still catch them? Of course you do play Mould. Mould also have to go to league leaders Jim and Beershot.
Yeah, both, I suppose, it would be exactly the same situation for Mould, except that obviously they've got the advantage of points in the league at the moment, but they both have really tough games coming up. Obviously, we play each other in the next game, and the final game of the season. They're away at German Beershot, and we're playing Odd, who are obviously the current league holders and still in the running for the title again this year. So I mean, nobody's going to get an easy run. The 4 point is a fair deficit to claw back from with only 2 games to go, but I reckon if we get the win against Mould, that brings it back to 1, and anything can happen last day of the season.
Of course.
Again, we're going to have to rely on other results, but you know, if we get that same result against Odd as we got against them in the semi-finals of Europe, then it could all change. We just rely on German Beershot punishing Mould.
Are you going to be changing anything for your next game against Mould, or are you going to be keeping your cards close to your chest, Alan?
I don't want to say too much. I'm going to review the situation. We're going to watch the tapes from the game today. All I'll say is there's obviously something that we can change to maybe get a kickstart into the team and maybe a burst of new life. So we can maybe look at what we've seen in the footage from the last 2 games, see if we can analyse that and get a good idea of where we think things could be changed.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get some more vitality back into the team. So we'll have a look at things. They may stay the same, and you never know. We just need to take our time and look at it.
Alright, Alan, thanks for your time.
Alright, cheers.
Thanks.